Hey everybody, welcome back to That Power Power. I am Joe. Brandon is here.
Yo, Joe. What do you know?
Hey Brandon, how you doing? You having a good week?
It's going. Tomorrow is a dreadful day that I gotta watch.
What? Hold on.
What?
This is not an Acolyte episode.
This is not an acolyte.
You got an Acolyte in your background.
No,
What's
don't.
going on?
It's not an
Well,
acolyte.
who is that in the background behind that um Jackie Johnny Jedi?
Yeah, that's like
He's like pulling some
girl
string back there.
by a string. Like, well, I mean, he threads it. He threads it and pull it right through and back, big time.
Oh, he does. He
Oh
does.
yeah,
We
that's
gave it away. Here we are with our horror episode, which we are way more excited about doing than the Acolyte episodes. But here we are with the In a Violent Nature. Yes, so let's do the plot synopsis here, Brandon.
wait. Is this on Rotten Tomato too?
It is, so don't you dare switch to Rotten Tomatoes while I read this plot synopsis. No cheating.
Right. I'll make sure of that.
Okay, here's what this is about. When a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower in the woods that entombs the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit spurred on by a horrific 60-year-old crime, his body is resurrected and becomes hell bent on retrieving it.
No,
That's what it's about. That was pretty. That was a pretty good synopsis. One of the better synopsises, I think.
so far.
That's right. Are you ready for the Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so In a Violent Nature. It's a summer film. What do you think the critics say about In a Violent Nature?
I say the critics gave it a 45. I don't think the critics like too much, too gory, too ultra gory.
You know, I am absolutely shocked by this critic score because, yes, I was also of the mind that critics were not going to like this.
Yeah,
Well, I am here to tell you that according to the ultra correct, never wrong aggregate website, Rotten Tomatoes,
mm.
In a Violent Nature is certified fresh. That's right. I'll let you just finish chewing up that rotten tomato you're eating there because I know you've taken to doing that. This is 80%.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? That ain't look good.
I I am serious. Rotten Tomatoes is never wrong. It is gospel. It is the word of the movie god. Movie god laid his finger down on the internet and made Rotten Tomatoes absolutely 100% correct all the time. And if you question that this is certified fresh or certified rotten, any movie like that, then you are a heretic
Well, I'd rather be here.
and you should be burned at the stake or drawn and quartered or put on a Janus cradle
Or
or put on the rack
get pulled through, and then
or impaled on a pike while Vlad Tepes eats lunch under your dying body. Whoa, we went really dark, didn't we?
you'll say, "Wow." You went all the way back.
We are talking about horror, and horror is our specialty, right, Brandon? Or is the okay? I'm glad. I'm glad of that. we we both really love horror and talk about horror quite a bit. And here we are with the new summer feel good movie in a violent nature.
Say that a feel good movie, and it is scary because it is somewhat relaxing at the same time, but it's just so slow and weird at the same.
Yeah, I wanted to like this movie more. And by your facial expressions, it sounds like you did not like this movie. Now, let me ask you,
Sure.
but it does seem like I liked it a little bit more than you, even though I wanted to like it more. I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of problems with it, but I do give the people making this points or tomatoes
Well,
for trying something different with it. They did try something different, but not something so different that it is like way out of left field. It's just kind of all right. What? Let me ask you, Brandon. When you first heard of this movie and you read what it was about, what were your thoughts?
when I first, well, let's see. So yeah, when I first read it, and then when I first seen the trailer, because I didn't know, I think you told me about it, and then I started researching it. That I didn't know it was at the Canfield, was it the Canfield Festival? It was there, and I watched the trailer, and when I seen the trailer, I said, "Oh my god, this is gonna be good." And so I watched it, and it took forever, and ever, and ever, and ever to get to a good part. Story was pretty good. I did like the story. I did like the new way how they was doing things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking that part. But the mostly you got of it was walking and walking and walking. That,
Exactly. That's one of the things I think they could have cut down on. Exactly what you're saying is there's a lot of walking, and there's a lot of walking where nothing is happening except walking.
and don't get me.
Um,
I past the walking. I did like this, as you said it. From you seeing the killer's point of view of it. I get it, but the goriness in the kills, some was great, and some was like a little bit of overkill. But that's the only thing that kind of kept me into the movie somewhat.
so they were the way they did some of the kills kind of reminded me of Hatchet.
Yes,
Now Hatchet is way more over the top than this one, and this one's over the top in some of the kills. I mean, there are some similarities. Victor Crowley is a supernatural, brought to life by a supernatural thing. This guy also Johnny is brought to life by a supernatural thing. I mean, it's got a lot of the elements you expect. It really is kind of what I expected. I just wanted to like it more. You got the stupid teeny boppers, as Brandon decided to showcase a teeny bopper. No, everyone, if you haven't seen it yet, that is not the final girl.
no, oh no, no, it's not Chris.
Not the final girl. I
This,
do like the killer's mask. As you can see, I decided to showcase bloody hands and the killer's mask in my background there.
I do like
Um,
good weapons. I do like that,
yeah, it's
or
one
longer.
of the bits I did like the most in it is when he's walking along and he comes to a lake and he's got that axe and it's like he stops and looks and you can almost hear him say, or you almost expected like a bubble to come over his head, like a thought bubble. Oh, teeny boppers! I gotta go kill them now. And he puts his axe down in a tree stump, walks into the water, goes over there and kills one of them. Now there are two chicks over there, and one chick leaves the other chick because she did not like the way she hit on her. But she wanted her to hit on her, but she didn't like the way she hit on her. She was trying to play hard to get, so she ran up the hill there and went to do some yoga while the other chick got killed there by the dock. Now, that chick there, Brandon, I know you are chomping at the bit to say how that chick gets killed. So, why don't you go ahead and describe this kill so the listeners can get a taste of that if they've not, for some reason, seen Hatchet? I don't. Why haven't you guys seen Hatchet? What is the matter with you people? Go ahead, Brandon.
Well, this particular scene is known through the internet now as the yoga kill. And it is an awesome take on how he did it, and it was pretty good. I cannot deny it. But the good part about it, you know how you thread a needle? Well, he sure did thread this needle here. I tell you that. He took this big old hook with the chains on the end, stabbed it right through her body. She didn't scream or anything. She just took it like a good victim should. Then she just turned on around on herself. He didn't turn her around. She turned around and then just looked. And he looked and he grabbed that hook and pulled it on through, took it and cracked it right back in her head. And for some reason, she's still alive through this whole bit because she just turns right back around and looks over the cliff. So it's like, okay, I want my hook back. Guess what? I'm about to pull it through. And pull he did. He snapped that spine. He kept on pulling and pulling it to her stomach. Her face touched her stomach. Didn't stop there. He said, I actually need my hook back. So he said, let me put my foot on the back of your back there and pull it on through even more so you can see me pulling your whole head through. And that's what they call the yoga pose of threading. That was the yoga pose called threading. Okay. Yeah. And then he pushed off the
Oh,
side. That was
yeah.
all.
So that was that the best kill? Would you say?
In my book, yes, but no, it's way worse. Worse kills in
There's
there.
there's okay. So this scene did remind me of the Toxic Avenger 4.
Oh.
Do you remember this? What I'm talking about? Where he twists the guy around and shoves his head up his butt.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's still alive when his head pops out of the other side of his body, and he says, "I got my head up my butt." Of course, they used other language than that, but
Mm-hmm.
we're a family show, even though what you just described is not for families. And there are people out there going, this movie is not for families. How are you a family show? I'll be quiet and watch the movie.
Yeah. We are a horror movie.
Anyway, someday you will all watch this as a family and have popcorn and bond. So,
It's very ambient and smoothing. It's so relaxing. You'll enjoy it. The kids.
yes. So, I did get to go see this in the theater, and that was pretty cool. So this is a
Seen it on Shut.
made. It's on Shutter, right? That's
Yeah.
what you said. Yeah, Shutter. Okay, so it's on. This was shot in Ontario, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Northern Ontario. So I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
there. So um, maybe we shouldn't go there. Maybe this is a warning to us.
Well, no. Here's what.
Or It's also a warning if you go and find necklaces in burnt down structures, you shouldn't pick them up, right?
Well, no, here's one for you. Don't have a killer in your home and then you have all this open space like a road, and then you go run into the woods where he does stuff.
He did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, like why? I,
I I don't know why they have people do. This is a pretty low budget movie, but it's
what was the budget on it?
the budget on it. Hmm. Let's see. So estimated budget is not available. Oh, well,
Oh,
not where I'm looking. But anyway,
hmm.
estimated box office
Oh,
4.2 million.
whoa, really?
Yeah. Well, you got to think, Brandon. This is in the crowded summer movie season where there's like blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster coming out. Also,
Sure.
it's not what I've been. That's not what's been happening this summer. I'm sorry, everyone. That's not what's been happening. But anyway, this actually is a refreshing difference. Even though I didn't like it that much and I wanted to like it more, it was refreshing to see something different like this and something familiar at the same time.
Yeah.
And to see people saying, you know what, I can do something different with the slashers.
I mean, like I said, it's and don't crucify me.
Too
Okay.
late.
Oh dang. It's kind of like when George Lucas started Star Wars. He tried something different, and then everybody wanted to copy.
Wait a minute. Don't you mean when Leslie Headland
No, no,
started Star Wars?
no, 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 no.
I don't really think Star Wars began until Leslie Headland made this, but I know you're excited about the next Acolyte,
I'm not.
and
I
I don't want to talk about the Acolyte, Brendan.
don't either. I don't want to see it.
Okay, but anyway, this movie. Anyway, I have to say, to me, the worst bit of the movie is the very end,
Yeah,
um, because they're supposed to be following the killer around the camera. We get to see the killer go places and get this mask and get weapons and okay, go on.
I found something out.
What's that?
So the lady, um, the old lady that's in the movie, I'm trying to remember her name. Um, she was one who was telling a story about the two brothers.
Yep.
Okay, you know she was in Friday the 13th.
Yep. She's in Friday the 13th, part two.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And she has quite a lot in this movie.
A lot. So would it make it part of the Friday the 13th universe?
No, I wouldn't think so. Um, but it's just she is Vicky from Friday the 13th, part two, right? She was also in or did a voice in Never Hike Alone 2. That which I've never seen that. But the scene just goes on and on. So she picks up the final girl, drives down the road after a pretty cool battle with the with Mr. Johnny there, and she tells a story about what? About the bear?
Yeah. What happened to the bear?
I thought she was describing Cocaine Bear. I mean, didn't you? Or are you thinking about Grizzly?
I was thinking about not none of them actually.
Wait, were you thinking about Claws?
There you go.
You were thinking about Claw. I knew it. But it just kind of goes nowhere. Nothing happens. It's one of those scenes where you're like, all right, the killer's in the truck in the back, something. The killer, used a hook and got on there, and some reason he's right. You expect to see him running around around the car or something and waving at him. Hey, I'm gonna kill you both. Something. Nothing happens, and then the movie just ends. That's just it.
Well,
Did I miss anything about that scene, Brandon?
the flies.
The flies.
Yeah.
Go
So,
ahead.
so I guess what if I'm correct? There was flies every time he like come around. It was like flies around.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
'Cause
I
he
guess
is
that
a walking corpse.
yeah, basically yeah. But I don't, they left too many plot holes in it.
Plot holes.
Yeah, because they said that we thinking that the little necklace of his mom or whatever is supposed to be like his weakness, but then kind of find out no, it's something else. And then you find out again that something else is not even supposed to. So it was confusing.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
ranger, you thought that was going to be like kind of like the savior, and he ended up dying. And
He had it coming.
I was like, I don't. Okay,
Yeah, he did. He had it coming.
yeah, he got it all right.
I would have rather this ended where he kills everybody, even the lady in the truck.
Well, you thought that I thought. Well, you thought I thought it was going to happen that way.
Yeah, you did? Okay. Okay, Brandon. So could you recommend this to people?
No,
You wouldn't recommend it?
no,
I would recommend it
I won't.
because I want people to watch things for themselves and form their own opinions and not rely on, oh, I'm gonna get hit by lightning or something. Not rely on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that's true, but I guess like okay. So when I was watching it for the second time, um,
You must really like it. Why are you not recommending it?
well, because it's a lot of walking. If I wanted a nature show,
There really is a lot of walking, everyone. It's
okay,
if I think if they had cut out some of the walking, just tightened that up in spots,
yeah,
and I think if they had made the ending a little better, a little stronger, I think this would have been pretty solid.
the practical effects and all that stuff that was going on, it was great because you saw it's not. I mean, not every horror movie is about action, 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 but it's
What
more.
horror movies about action, action, action? Since you brought that up,
Because I mean, usually it's about the story and action comes in.
that's right.
But this one, it has story, but you hear some of it, but then you get drawn out of it because the long walking, 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 stop,
Yeah.
walking, walking,
Wait,
turn.
wait, wait. He stops and kills somebody, then he walks some more.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out how he walked in that lake and killed her. Did he
He's
swim?
a corpse.
But did he swim?
I don't know. Maybe when you get the super special edition 4K UAHD
UASD.
blue velvet VHS beta laserdisc edition of In a Violent Nature, it'll have that on the special features.
That was pretty long.
It'll let you know. It was a pretty long movie, a little bit longer than it needed to be, but
But I mean, no, I'd rather for someone to find it for themselves. I wouldn't recommend it.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, who knows? I recommend it because I this is just kind of a refreshing movie for me. It's not going to make my top 10 of the year though.
And ask me
I
what
wa- I kind of wanted it to. The poster's fantastic. Um,
the villain is fantastic.
the
The kill
villain's fantastic. But anyway, Brandon, you got any final thoughts?
final thoughts is being honestly true. If it was for so much walking, the movie would have been great right out the back. Like serious, it'd be a whole totally different thing of the horror slasher genre.
All right. And Brandon, if people are liking what we're doing, what should they do?
If you guys like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on iTunes, Spotify. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Spotify and Rumble.
All right. And we will talk to you all next time.
Later, guys.